He's dead.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, Symphony, 9 health. Oh no! Hornet, go kill your freaking butthole. Devonix. Davonix.
Oh, I think Davon might win, bro. He's a lot of points.
Oh, he's 20. Oh, he won. Let's go! You're my sister.
Dude, look how many points he has.
52 then. Dude, I don't understand why he drinks a mini whenever the game ends.
What game is it?
I don't know. Probably like third game.
Dude, he already has. No, there's no way.
Yeah, someone's gotten 45 points. Someone's gotten 45 points in 2 games.
Look at his name.
Oh yeah, someone's gotten 45 points in 2 games.
Oh, this guy, 64. I think this is NA West.
Mojo. Moto.
Okay, I want remember this in your head. Have you ever seen instead of Mojo, they do O-J-O-M, and it's an elephant? Did you ever no,
I'm gonna go in 20 minutes.
Right.
Okay.
Every time I see Mojo, I think of that elephant. Elephant? Yeah.
Why is that so? Please pull that up on your phone. That sounds adorable.
I'm gonna just type it out.
For my name.
I wanna see that guy. Wait, is that guy's name the N-word? What? I swear I just saw that.
Just send that to us. See, it's like a
Bro, I don't think that can be on this.
Eyes, the little trunk, and the little body.
I think.
I love the internet.
There you go. The more you know.
21 players left. Cosmic building up, trying to take that.
What if he, the guy that has a
yeah, seen the mini map, that little white arrow spinning around. That is Cosmic right now. Accidentally shoots his own ramp. A little bit of a misclick.
Was it
no big deal. No big deal. Has the launch pad, has 2 shadow bombs for rotation as possible. On top of that, in case something does drop out from underneath, has the redeploy as well. See here if that's something that comes into play. Shots on players rotating. This is exactly what he was
looks like he's shooting so far behind.
A lot of whiffs, but no big deal. And look at the amount of ammo too.
Yeah, dude, he's a
988 small rounds. Put a minigun in Cosmic's hands, he's still going to be able to hold the trigger down the entire game, assuming that it did overheat. Right. That's right there. You saw a window edit in the center of your screen for just a second. You got to be careful with those.
Someone really trying to get a supply drop.
Drop's gonna drop down.
Put a rocket in the supply drop. Oh, by the way, Caden in the feed taking.
Wait, someone's really trying to get a supply drop.
Yeah, but they died.
Do wonders for your content.
Dang, this shit has a lot of
They probably don't
mats.
have good loot. Obviously, they probably don't
I feel like I
have good
can
loot.
make more.
They obviously don't have to have good
Dang,
loot.
bro.
Way up here though.
People that go for supply
Cosmic
drops
is
and
wasting a lot of mats, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, he got high ground. Yeah, he's got high ground.
It's surprising me. No one.
I would probably drop down a little bit.
He should honestly just build out of 1 floor because he has the shadow bombs.
Oh, he's okay.
Shadow bombs. Shadow bombs.
No.
He didn't. Oh, he had redeploy. Oh. He should have dropped down with shadow bombs.
Oh, I knew it was that guy. Oh, look,
Stretch. I don't think anyone has the N-word in their name.
I thought I saw someone.
Oh no.
Might have looked like it, but.
I think the play there was shadow bomb.
He had I know he had IGGA.
Obviously, hindsight's always 20/20.
I was literally gonna say that.
Iga.
I mean, in the moment, that was the choice you made. It ended up being not the right one, which is too bad.
Iga.
And actually, no review there.
I'm gonna start saying it now. Iga.
Oh, Zizzle.
Yeah, it's always easier for us to be like a little more critical because
Zizzle died.
all of the information.
Dude, he has a heavy sniper.
These guys have the weirdest names.
I am not. You are.
Yeah, I know.
Tasky.
They're pretty cool though.
But
yeah. Oh, Benji.
We tend to be a little bit more critical.
Oh, really? Benji, Fish?
Yep.
Where?
His name
Wait, where's he
Benji.
at?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, he's the best player.
This too. Anybody that listens in on commentary,
He's really
you hear
good.
us talk about your gameplay, and we say
He might be better than Mr.
No, I think Faceway is.
100% without a doubt, you are better than me.
Bro, everyone thinks he's so good because because like his build and stuff. It's like,
And his
he
editing.
just does tricks.
About your mistakes.
No,
And
but
he makes
he.
it look
I
fast.
hear it from a lot of people.
Because
every
it
time I
is.
mess up in stream. It's all good.
Because it
14
is.
players left.
Like,
Yeah,
no one can do what he can do.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they could do like what he does, but not as fast and as satisfying.
Here we go. There you go.
Like, he's just crazy.
Over on Tasky, and we've been in top 15, right? So now we have another another round of placement points. This is where going from top 15 to top 5.
And that was Benji. I don't think that was Benji. I don't think that was. His name is Face Wavy.
Wow, let's go, Trick.
Who?
Face Wavy. That Trick just killed.
Has a chance to keep this going a little bit longer if he wants to. Opts not to, but he is positioned against that.
Stretch the fuck up.
He might win.
The heck out of
and they're just gonna say stretch though.
Yeah.
Still not in the safe zone.
Yeah.
Keep moving. You notice here saving
my neck kind of hurts.
Not walling off because he knows he's on the
oh, that's what you saw.
Yeah.
That's what you saw.
Kashiga.
Kashiga. That. Yeah, that's what you saw. This guy's name is Colorful with a smiley face.
Oh, he just died. Stretch just died.
It's tough.
I wanted him to win.
I want Trick to win. He's pretty good.
He has some good loot.
Big luck there for Trick.
He's in a good spot.
Oh, dang.
Ooh. 50 points.
Did he get it?
He did not.
Dang, bro.
This late, probably not a big deal.
He has to win, bro. Oh no, he has low ground.
Oh, that guy's name is
no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
There's a guy that died and his name was. Oh, look, it's the fish. Look at Kashiga. Oh, that's tough. I knew Trick was gonna win.
Bro, this guy's 55 points. That's pretty good.
He probably ran out of builds. Listen, you know, at the end of the day, slid down the edge of the mountain.
Dang, look at all those builds.
Probably would have been a better play there. But
yeah,
he landed the ultimate Trick shot. Back over to Sundown in
so
the studio. Sundown, what you got for us, friend?
What I don't
Who is that? I was like, ugh.
jokes like that.
He's always there.
Fire a shot.
Yeah.
So well done from Trick there to ride that one out.
Bro, the Ragnarok shirt is trash. Low ground.
Oh yeah,
Look
did
at his
you?
shirt.
Oh yeah, did you see that? Yes, I mean, like last time they were streaming, they were dancing at the last minute. Were you watching it? Those two guys and Dr. Lupo, they were doing Fortnite dances. Whenever there's 1 minute left until the next servers. Face tilt. Oh, dude, this is this is.
He's been in another match.
This is EU. This is EU.
Yeah, he won a game earlier.
Young Beast, he died.
Week after week, and that's what we've seen from his early placements around the 60th.
Phantom,
he is 69 shield.
Just out of contention.
6'9".
Oh, I think this is a oh yeah, this is a replay. It was a game. I watched this game. It was the game you were
though.
This is the game you were with me. I watched this game.
Oh, he killed Trick that just won.
In the previous game, he wrapped up the likes of him, and look at this, 50 points. Right? Trick was in about 55.
Did you just 360 him?
That's a 4-point swing.
No, it just looked like it.
Oh, it looks like he's 360 him.
Now another look, Kez.
Symphony killed someone. Vaughn. Yeah, this is the guy that was popping off. This is the guy that was popping off.
Ghost Bizzle and Ghost Snoo just died at the same time.
Clean, the mechanical skill is here.
I can't wait till they do a celebrity thing. Pro-Am. Dude, Nikki 30 is gonna be with the Chargers NFL player.
Alright.
Super clean.
I think it's Joey. Boa, Joey Boa.
Absurdly close. Like we quite literally haven't seen a week like this so far. We are going to get back into the very final matches. NA East is so absurdly close. I cannot.
NA East is probably it's either NA East or Europe. EU is either the it's either EU or NA East is the best servers, has the best people.
No,
NA
it's EU. It's EU.
Europe, NA East, NA West, Oceania.
EU is definitely the hardest.
Gamers, keep that up. Don't change. All right.
Their EU players are so good.
Code 8.
Try and qualify for the World Cup in New York City.
But bro, EU players are insanely good.
By the way, forward to that. And let me just say too,
like the best Fortnite players in the EU.
I mean, Faceway, he plays on NA East.
I don't think he's the best player.
Like
It's
amount of dedication
Mr. Savage
from
and
everybody on the
Mongrel.
to
It's
go
like
to this.
around
I
there, and there's
hope
other
that we have
people
all
too
done,
that are
what they
all
would
on
consider an
Euro.
excellent job thus far, because this has just been a blast, and I hope we're putting on.
You remember
we're
Mongrel
representing the
90s?
players that we have a chance to commentate
Yeah.
over.
Now we call them like
they all
something
feel the same
else.
way about what we've done thus far. 8 spades here on your screen.
Oh,
Taking a
11
chance to pop a
Gaza.
little bit of a mini. Got a metal tunnel underneath with another
He's in
player
this
down
game.
below. A quick stink toss.
Hornet
Should be
too.
applied.
Oh,
Flying there.
trap kill.
Symphony top of your screen, but
Oh,
Baldy,
evade shadow.
player we've seen a number of times. The flint knock and
Baldy Sama.
All right, epic AR. And a
Bro,
rare
there's so many
shotgun.
people. Look at the map.
39.
Oh
This
my
is big
god.
value. He has 2 campfires, 6
It looks like
39.
they're all in the same place, and they're like in separate boxes. It makes no sense.
It's a big value right there. Typically,
Well, they're really close to
Dude,
each
look at
other.
the storm, bro. How are they all gonna fit in that? Like, it looks like on the map they're not all gonna fit in that.
right there.
Oh, he just picked off that kill.
Goes down. Big pickup. First
He just
elimination.
killed Mig.
49 points, but yeah, the loadout is excellent right now.
No,
Big
Mig.
covers everything that he's going to need
Oh.
in any given moment right now. Poach from Liquid.
Symphony. Oh, Poach. This is NA East.
Ooh, Symphony and Poach are in the same game, bro. What if they kill each other? Or, like,
Face attacks.
All the way back to top. The launch pad out.
Oh yeah, I saw
Good
him.
rotation right now.
OZ
The later you get
spades.
into
Did you see
the less value
you know,
has, because unless you're gonna
TSM,
ramp up above and use it with
what's his name?
trajectory, which don't get me wrong is very
Aces
good.
or something?
But if you're trying to go for verticality, by the way, a player lands in the same box, a quick trap, it's not going to go
I don't
down,
know.
but Slam still pays. the
Prodigy
price.
Aces.
Spades
Prodigy
from the
Ace.
high ground might not be the last one either. Oh my gosh.
I don't
The
know.
You know him?
players flying around above is
I
insane.
don't know if it's
You probably will. But dude, so did you see the video where Tifu was getting lasered by 10 people and
Oh yeah.
Yes, and he called Prodigy pussy, and he called all those 10 people
You can be cheeky with
the P words, and he called Prodigy the guy from in TSM
I
clan.
propose a challenge to anybody out there.
Ooh.
You set up a launch pad.
Bro, I feel like they were all teaming. No lie, bro. Like, how does like 10 people? What if they were all stream snipers?
That would be ridiculous.
I mean,
Where'd
they're in World Cup. That wasn't stream.
This guy's dead. What? Yeah, if you got if you were teaming in World Cup, you would either get banned from
I don't
scrims or
think they're
probably-
teaming. They're just all focusing on.
I know they weren't teaming, but like if you were teaming in World Cup, you would probably get banned. You would definitely.
I mean,
get banned from
honestly,
scrims.
if I saw like at least 2 people spamming out one guy and it was really low, I would have tried to spam too. Because I would try to.
but there was 10 people.
Yeah, I know, but all of them were trying to pick off that one kill.
Right now for spades, we're the top
Yeah.
5 now. Hornet all the way in the ultimate high ground.
Hornet.
looks like.
Hornet,
But
Hornet.
okay, if I saw 2 people teaming, I think I would report them, and they would definitely get banned from scrims and probably definitely from the game.
Big value, Slayer.
Big value, sir, but don't.
Oh crap! I backed out of it.
If you team in World Cup, bro, that's. What if you teamed in E1, E3?
I think that's what the player. So this player above Hornet knows Hornet.
Oh, Xif.
Redeploy, it's a very distinct sound.
Oh, he was in the last game.
Safe.
Yeah, I know
Trying to
him.
get aggressive here. He wants this elimination. Okay.
Bro,
All
shadow
right,
bombs are so OP.
At that point, he was getting beamed, shot at from above. He was potentially challenging a player that
The new gun is
not
like so
Slayer
good.
behind gets caught in their own edit, goes for the try. The pyramid.
Twitch.
Do you like the new gun?
Hey, I haven't used it.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
In a few minutes, you want to go in creative and use it.
15 players left.
You and me.
Oh, look. Right?
You want to
That was funny.
do, dude? You want to do 1v1s with only that gun?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Dude, no, it will kill us instantly. Like, freaking 10 meters away, it'll kill you. It'll explode and kill you, bro. 10 meters
Dude,
away.
he's getting blocked. That's tough.
Dude, he can't edit, bro. He's dead. Bro, come on. This guy really has to block him. No way. Bro, what? That's karma, bro.
Dude, I think he could edit good. He was just like panicking.
Yeah, he was in a corner. That's why you can't really
Yeah,
edit
see,
while
he's
you're
editing
while you're
really
stuck in a
fast.
corner.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was panicking too.
Oh, evade Shadow. He's still in.
Why
You know,
would evade?
oh, and Exif just died. Oh, that's tough.
I think Hornet or Severe. Oh yeah, yeah. I think Hornet's for sure gonna win, bro.
Hornet farted.
Oh, he's dead. Hornet's dead.
No, Shadow.
He found a campfire. Use the campfire, you bot. No way. Yo. Dang. He just killed
Hey,
Shadow.
crazy on the ham, man. Your boy is Sam, man. I'm eating from a can, cause you know I got that ham on Instagram, cause I have a big fam,
Look
and
at
my
those
name is
builds,
Dave.
bro. Oh my god. Dude, look at that. What?
That guy's name is
Oh look, TSM Party G Aces. Did you see him?
No.
Oh, you'll see
Oh,
him.
it's Sen Animal.
Oh yeah, he just almost won a game. Right? His loot was the same as Symphony. Alright, yeah, TSM Party Aces is in here.
Alright, you wanna go on, everyone?
46 players now. That's a very early elimination.
I kinda wanna watch this game. Yeah, let's just go.
Sentinels, animals,
Alright. Oh look, see?
some minis, some shadow. We're seeing
What?
No, nothing. Alright, let's just go into creative. I'm almost level 52 without doing nothing, just grinding. Ooh, hey, go.
Wait, can you change it back to duos so I can see? I'm 49. Wait, what level are you?
51, almost 52.
Alright, change it for you. Oh, yeah, you are.
Doesn't this dance look kind of like the Samsung dance, that what you get from the guy? Wait for the part. It's like that part where he's moving his hands at his legs. Like,
I know what you mean. I know that part.
yeah. I know crazy. Yeah.
Wait, I just realized, what's his name? The guy that got stuck in the, that little box and got trapped, he just won the game. I just realized. He should have won that, bro. Like, honestly. I don't know how he won that.
What are those chests?
What?
What are those chests?
They're just regular chests, but spread out.
There we go. That's good. I work hard every day. Hell, look how many guns. Look. Bop.
Dang.
Get this stuff. Over here.
You get, how many can you use?
How many you want, it doesn't matter.
Yo, that's so OP! Yo, that's the most OP thing. Do it to me real fast.
Alright.
Do the,
Oh.
And look. Here, I'm gonna shoot it like really far from you. Like, I'm gonna shoot it over
Oh
here.
yeah, I know. It shoots it really far. Imagine I hit
it just
this.
bounced off. See, hit you. Like, what? Watch it hit you.
Watch this hit you.
If it's not close enough, it'll bounce.
Oh. Alright, you just want to randomly fight?
Yeah.
Alright. We know, like, build battles and stuff.
Oh.
Oh, crap. Bruh.
Oh, crap. I can't. It bounces back.
I don't know why every time my hands are greasy right now.
What the? I just knocked you down with this one.
Give me that booty, boy.
I just blew myself up.
Let's do a long range battle. Let's do a long range battle. Ow. Alright, go really far.
Alright.
Hold on, infinite 90 real quick so we could get up to max height.
Okay.
I don't even need infinite 90, I can just do this. Yeah, I'm gonna infinite 90 just for the satisfaction. Alright, I'm at no!
Did you really just...
Oh my god, why isn't it sticking? Fucking this game is trash. Don't shoot me. Oh my god.
What?
This game sucks. It won't place. What is this? It literally miffed me. This game sucks, bro. And my builds aren't even placing. What the? Bro, this game sucks. This game is actually dog shit. Oh my god. Alright, let's go. Actually, hold on. I need to build a lot, bro. Let's get destroy my crap. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on.
What the heck? What is that base? Well, no, I can't be talking. Look at my base. It's weird.
I'm just building. I'm just building it randomly. I'm just building oh, hold on. Do you have the same idea as me?
I don't know, yeah. Well, this is cool. Bro, this is so satisfying. Look at this.
Dude, they're not placing everywhere. What the heck? Dude, Doritos are scuffed.
You'll never find me.
Do you see my base?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I know.
What? No, I'm gonna do something. Don't shoot me yet. This is gonna be insane. Oh, that's weird.
What the heck? Did you just fart?
Yeah.
What the heck?
The weekend.
Oh my god, I just fell. This game really hates me today.
Dude, we almost touched our bases. Bro, I have like tunnels to go through. Like, it's so weird. We're not even shooting at each other. We're just making moves.
Dude, do you see my base?
No. Look at mine.
I'm just placing Doritos everywhere.
Me too. Alright. Yo, what the?
You see mine?
Wait, what? This is insane. No. We did like the same idea.
I just spammed random builds everywhere.
Look at mine in the back. Build up and look at mine in the back.
Dang, did you see all my Doritos?
Yeah. Okay. Alright, you can go now.
Hold on.
Are you ready or no?
No, not yet.
We almost touched our bases. Oh my god.
I need to place floors.
Dude, you're literally 1 floor away from touching my base.
You're not gonna know where I am, that's for sure.
Oh crap, it's touching your base. Bro, you'll never find me, bro. I'm in this tunnel, dude. Where you'll never find me. Yes! I think I have to go.
Okay, let's start.
Okay. Yes! Alright. Okay! Alright, dude, I actually...
Alright, let's go. Fight. Yay. Yay. How are none of mine hitting you? Explain. Explain. Explain how none of mine... Oh my god, bro. Like, all of yours are hitting, but none of mine are. Alright, bye.
See ya.
See ya. Wanna play later? Do. This could be a really boring video, but I don't know, but like, I just figured out how to do this. How to do 90s like this. C-Day, shout out to you. These 90s are actually sick. It's kind of hard to do these 90s at the C-Day 90s. Let's go C-Day. Let's go C-Day. This is the lit 90s, bro. You know what I'm saying? See C-Day. These 90s. Go crazy on the dude.
As you saw the standings there in NA East, 3 days was on there, 72 hours. Up there in the top 10. Nick A30, his new merchandise available. Go support Nick, he's a good dude. He's a real nice guy, please and thank you. As he right now is already in the zone and decide this box is now mine, kind sir. As UDS goes down.
Makes it on 4 elims, 4 points total. We're in the top 28, which means we're creeping up on the first set of placement points in Nick's very first game. We do have just under 2 hours left if you're in NA East to play these games. If possible, if you can play a little more aggressive 1 or 2, pick up a couple elimination points and quick reset. Nick, speaking of aggressive, he's a monster pushing in from above, literally falling inside a box, using that heavy snipe to drop on in and try and go for that elimination. Misses it. It's a little damage. Has to rotate his way on out, back up to 150. Still 5. They should and he's just outside, it looks like, maybe on the very edge of the next safe zone as this circle begins to close. We'll be looking at circle 6 here in a second. One more player needs to go down. Nick might actually take the last one himself. He's trying to find a bead on somebody. The heavy snipe goes for it. Just over the top. Gingerbread taking a little bit of damage on pulled the drop. AR tags from Nick. Spamming down from above every quick.
Alright, so start here. Do cartwheels all the way down, and then all the way down. You want to do the other side. You understand? Okay. I want you to do the same side. Yeah, 36. As best you can. Go. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, let's end at 15 seconds. You got 10. Alright, next. We'll do 15 seconds because you guys get all dizzy and stuff. Go. Just don't hit the camera. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. You got 6. You got 8. You got 10. You got 8. Just do the best you can. Come on. Well, that's why we're doing it. Ready? 6. 7. 8. Next. Let's have Brandon. Come on. All right. Brandon, you can't do a cartwheel. Well, I'm down in it, so that's why I did. Go. 20. 1. 5, Go.
Keo and me are actually together because I have better work.
Seven, next. Dylan. Go. Check to see who does better, okay?
Oh my god.
Count for Keo, I'll count for Hanya. Ready? Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Alright, stop. 10. What did she get?
She got 11. He got 12. Wait, did you count? He got 12.
Wait. Let's do it again. Scoop to yourself.
Yes, queen.
Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3,
Anyway, she has better. So you don't have those
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Keo, go.
I need to
Go.
undo the gas. Well, undo the gas. Be careful.
5. Alright, she got it. Alright.
And it will take 7. Oh, you ain't seen nothing.
Alright. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, Dylan got it. Alright.
8? I'm kidding. Alright. Love you.
Keo got it. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Keo got it. 1, 2, 3. Alright, next. 1, 2, 3. Alright, Brandon's turn. Yeah, you can get a rematch. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Alright, next. What? Next.
Oh, I did one-handed.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You didn't try to
1, 2, 3. Alright, does anybody want a rematch? Alright, go. Everybody that wants a rematch, get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Everybody against her. Ready? Everybody against her. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Alright. Go, go. Alright, alright, she won.
What's the wait? You're going again and
Alright, she got. Alright, I'll be the. Next. Go. Alright, out. Go. Your turn. Let's see who has the strongest hands. Go. Alright, you're up. Brandon. Go. Alright, you're up. Wait. Ready? Wait. Go. Next. Go. Go. Alright, she's up.
Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Even on pizza?
Add nachos and win.
In the world, Alana is 12 years old. Being a professional surfer has opened up loads of opportunities for Alana. Not only is she a model, but she's also an actress. Alana is even best
great spot posted up. Now look up above. We got a bunch of billiards in play. Look at this, though. Harrians, the double launch pad. Now he's going to rotate back. I believe that's probably the smart thing to do. All right, he's just saying, look, I'm just going to keep this one by one over. I'm just going to use this as my defensive tool if need be. Okay, I believe that was a geyser here. Gonna just mess with people. Gonna send them into the skies. Okay, Harrigan's gonna get a new position now. And there we go, top 25 just hit Psychic, finds Roman is 14. Picks him up, sends him back to the lobby. I mean, look, Harrigan's has a fantastic loadout. The 8 rockets, the minis, the launch pad, the combat shotgun, the tactical AR. He's ready to just take this lobby by storm.
Yeah, but he needs to find the space to use it, and that's going to be a play right there. Gets Rubizzle with the direct impact, and then gets SX Beast with the collateral damage, knocking the build down and causing the fall. Can he find the connection? He does. Drops that player down. Will it connect for an elim? No, not going through. Must have been some form to save it, but all of a sudden he's up on the high ground, looking down on the rest of the lobby. Harrigan's up top. Technique right next to him, goes for the take. Harrigan's hits the first combat shot, and now we'll look down to the low ground as you see a number of rifts, and the geyser. 2 rifts go up, geyser go up. Everyone's up in the sky. Cue the circus music as we're about to hit top 15. Who will be the player to drop? Psycho trying to take away the high ground. Instead, opts to edit down and begins his waterfall. 1-2, plays the floor. Instead, drops down and Dankies gets ripped.
Man, that geyser just really caused so much havoc, allowing people to reset when they needed to. We're in top 15. More players are being eliminated. Just look at the spread here. Psycho there needs to get in. He's going to be taken down to the zone. Technique and critical division. Harrigan sending rockets up above, just messing with people's builds. And Psycho gets shut down. Psycho, this is huge. And look, he's got the 2 slurps, 2 launch pads, 2 campfires, 3 half shields. You can't really use the half shields. You're not going to be given the 4 seconds. But wishful thinking there. An 80, double 80, 136. Headshot spree, Psycho. This is what you need. Especially Sundown right here. One more player needs to go down. Top 5. Harry Hunts with more rockets. It looks like Voice and Technique are going to be blown up.
Harrigan's picking up a nice double there. Now you have Psycho in your top right, Harrigan's in your bottom right. Psycho on 19 points, Harrigan on 22. Psycho takes that one away from him, both shooting the same target, but now Psycho looking straight down on Harrigan's. He doesn't realize! Harrigan's doesn't realize he was right on top of him, but he blocks him off. Now Harrigan's has high ground control, but both of them as Psycho falls down. Harrigan's not snoring there. He says, wake up, I've been up for a while. GG, ba 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 da da da. Harrigan's great victory royale, up to 27 points, the top spot out of the semifinals. Can he do it today? That's the question. We're in NA West. The action doesn't stop. The games are going live. If you want to check it out in client, you can click that watch live tab, or you can pull up the leaderboards yourself, check out your favorite player, and, you know, just get the matches going. Not sure how you'd be able to be in the client hearing me and not know the watch tab was there. Didn't quite think that one through. But now, Jay-Lee, good stink, and then also takes that ball away. He says, no rotatos for you, as he boxes himself up, has his own baller, a stash of shields, bunch of stinks, and shadows, as well as zone priority.
Man, I'm still... Well, Mouse gets picked off there. I'm still reeling from that last game.
It was fantastic, but one thing I want to talk about rather than going back to last game, just right there, you saw how it looked like he shot him through the stair. If a build is yellow, that indicates that there is a player or something currently phasing through it that is causing it to not complete building. This means that projectiles and other things will continue to pass through it until it gets built. Both the shots going through there. Well done from Jaylee. Now on board with Phases Jarvis, the player who in week 7 was just 2 points out of qualification. The controller lord out of the West ended up taking home the Fortnite Friday with Phase Tilt just this past weekend. Can he add a World Cup qualification spot to his resume? He desperately wants to, sitting right now on 25 points.
We're about to hit Storm Circle 6 as well. And again, another dense lobby, 41 players. We started on about 45, and it's been thinned out just a little bit here. Now look at this. We have to begin making rotations through Neil Tilted. Chef Shaba there going to be picked up by Jarvis, his 3rd elimination. And there's still 39 players left in this lobby that potentially could just be food for Jarvis. Look at this, man. Shoulder to shoulder, 1-by-1s. People separated by a single build. Jarvis, all right. I like the impulses to reposition
and he's going to be able to farm a little bit of wood there as well. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, impulses can be a little risky. You don't necessarily always know where you're going to land, but with all of these player-based structures over here, it gets him into the center of zone and allows him to spray shots back down the rest of the lobby, hitting a couple of tags there. You can see the Storm Surge warning on the right-hand side. 3 more players need to go down. Kicks does get converted over by the Storm. Jarvis now opting for the impulse play and catching himself on top of the builds. Immediately turns, saw that player, knows he's a tarp above or in shadow form now, drops the edit, and he's going to work back through the Burger Tower.
Okay, I like this too, because if you're using builds, you expose yourself. Or you could not use a build and hide in a little corner here. This is what makes Neil Tilted so dangerous. We see players just all the way around. We're at 28 players. This lobby is going to continue to thin out because everyone is scrambling right now, trying to get themselves to safety. Jarvis, look at him though, still on effective HP. He's trying to hunt this player down. He wants this elimination. A flick shot comes out, nothing connects. Now he's got the beat on the player. He knows where this player is, and he's just trying to lock it up.
26 players left, and you also notice he kept ducking out into the storm, trying to catch that player, not covering his back, but was well enough, gets directly on top of Papo Anthony. You can run, but you can't hide. Jarvis is inevitable. He will find you, and that's a big swing for him now on an 8-point match, 5 elims and top 25, but Little takes out Wheels, another fantastic contender. We saw him and Jay, and Jarvis just pickaxe the ball out into the storm. That's going to be storm damage, and actually huge strat. If you are out of builds or have nothing to do against a ball or don't have a boogie, pickaxe it, send it out in the storm, and then just shoot it out. It's 10 damage that goes off there. If they think they're safe and they're not going to pop out, get the opportunity. However, it is risky. They can pop out and shoot you back. Most of the time, they do want to play passive. We've seen a couple of those go through. It's 900 IQ, but right now, Jarvis is trying to be 900 IQ. Gets pulled up into the rift. No shots coming out from everyone as the dives begin to go out. A number of umbrellas are pulled since we're at top 18. Players just want to stay in the lobby. Vinny gets
you get high ground. Yes, dive in. There you go. Connects with it. That was beautiful.
He needs to get back in the zone. Oh, he does. He finds a nice little pocket, and now he has that high ground priority, Zeke, like you just called out.
Someone goes with a challenge. It's Blixifier.
Just ruined it.
And a dude just outside top 15.
That's so rough when you put in that much time, but he's going to be okay with that. Still a double-digit performance there out of Jarvis. Now Blixifier drops down onto a little girl trying to get out and over around the side. No, that's not who's playing. That's his name. As we check over into the mid-tarp, you've got World Cup Deuces trying to manifest that positive energy, doing everything he can. We've seen him in these lobbies before, but Barrow is trying to have a say about it. The duo qualifiers wanting a solo spot desperately, and Arkham trying to get one of those as Spicy gets picked up on the way down. Barely even a reaction. I didn't even see him there right out of the side, but Arkham gonna keep working down. Has the uncommon attack, notices the player in that baller right next to him. He does drop out. Can he create the distance? And he does. Deuce is still in as he gets Little. Twinkies picks up Spiky and Localist goes down, so we're closing in on the top 5. You see the trap on the ceiling. Arkham gets 2 tags and now needs to pickaxe his way through. Can't go that way. Knows there's a trap and he finds Jay Lee.
Navigating this building, the technical savvy, the ability to remain calm. Arkham, you are a legend, but look up top though. Barrow, look, his HP is very low. He's got the RPGs, 3 left. He's gonna start sending these rockets down to this mid-ground tarp. Deuces, Zed, Snipes, they're gonna be all forced down toward Arkham. But look, we're going up on the side of this mountain. They need to make something happen. They need to, okay, they're just gonna battle it out. Arkham here, the lowest HP, the rocket gonna come in and protect himself.
He's in the zone, he's
oh my God!
He got it! That was sick. Arkham was so good while Barrow had the high ground control. Everyone funneled into Arkham, and he says, welcome, I'm the meat grinder on the bottom. Give me it all. Give me the elims. Give me the victory royale. And you know what? I'm going to try and get one of those qualification spots. Brilliantly done from Arkham. 1x there, closing it out with the victory royale and staying savvy. The rocket pressure from the high ground was immense. You're playing in the Fortnite World Cup Online Open Qualifier Final. There's 2 spots on the line, and you cover yourself the entire time just knowing you have the zone, knowing you have the pressure. That is intelligent game sense defined right there from the Week 2 duo qualifier. Desperately trying to find a spot as we now cross the halfway mark of the queue times on NA West.
Oh my gosh, we've just been treated to some of the most unbelievable Fortnite action. It's so, I'm so honored to just be here and to just get to hang out with you guys and cast these games. Again, another dense lobby, 49 people. And look where we are. This is the half in, half out circle we talk about all the time. That's circle number 5. Is Isekai Proverbs here trying to find more eliminations. He does have 2, which is pretty significant, especially because we're down to half of the lobby. He's just going to look to play maybe a little slow, trying to isolate this player on the other side of this wall. The wall edit comes through. Does the ramp fall up? Nope. He picks up pavers there and some loot. If I didn't even see that.
Check your ceiling.
I didn't even see. I was like, he's going to walk in and get the loot. If that was me, I would be gone. That's it. I would have been eliminated. Actually, I wouldn't even be competing here because this is the finals, top 3,000 of the region. I would not have made it this far. But that was very Proverbs. Let's go, man. Great eyesight. It's like a hawk.
I'm not even going to ask you what your arena score is as we hop on board.
You know what my arena score is.
You see Saf there on the far left side. Carson up top. Cheeks also putting some shots down towards him. You have Redux on the side. And right now, Proverbs is in that firing tunnel. And he says, nah, I'm good. Out of there. No thank you. Want nothing to do with that. Pops the last of his shadow bombs and gets all the way over into the priority side of the zone. Look at the bottom right-hand side. The whole lobby has to rotate past Proverbs. So what are they going to do? They're going to pressure him, saying, nah, you don't get to hold that spot for free.
And I mean, look at the health, man. Down to 29. If the lobby decides to turn on Proverbs, he's going to get picked off. He just needs to take a second, bury himself down in these builds, and start either looking for a siphon, get the meds, or the minis.
One thing else, too, want to call out, mispronounced your name yesterday. You saw Code Cali there on the bottom, another player who had a great day, but we're on board here with Twitch Maximo as he drops in, and this thing just stand still. Stand still. Hello? Hello?
Okay, you missed the first one. No! I don't know why he was trying to wiggle there and trying to be a little cheeky about it. He does get the 63 though, Sundown.
He should get this. The player's in the storm. We'll get the storm tick over.
There it is.
But the question is, how much does it cost him? Because that should have been free, and it should have given him the high ground control. So can he get that back? We're getting closer in to the top 25. Instead, just going to use the redeploy. He picked up and hop right over. Good bunny hop to maintain the momentum and continue going. Again, when we talk about bunny hop, spamming jump, when you're touching the ground, you can retain some of your momentum, but be careful. Might carry you off the map. I've done that a couple times, I swear. Very not pretty, as we see here. Moni pushing over 34 players remaining, so still not at that first placement threshold. You see Acho Tiposolo getting picked up on the low ground by Lorelei there. Mo also in this match. S2 still representing on that West Coast, the friend group who is all about getting better at Fortnite, and they're representing hard here. Jae Young picks up evade mood, and we have our top 25. Broxter gets knives FN right away. Aether goes down as well, so 8 more spots until we get the next one. And Broxter now knows the player's not going to cover his 6, drops right down on top of him. Hello, Moni, hello? Open your ears up, man. He's right next to you, but well done there from Broxter. Not double jumping, being patient. That's what we talk about. Don't need to be sprinting next to him. Use those fast-paced speed. Got to be keeping an eye out on those heartbeats. No, it's incredibly difficult as we get closer to the second placement threshold. 17 players remaining, and the 7th zone is closing.
And of course, it wouldn't be a game if we weren't trying to traverse Father Mountain. Oh, thankfully, the storm goes in the completely opposite direction. It was just a tease. It was just a joke. But look down below. Rapid gets picked up. Holds 45 there. Going to be going toe-to-toe up on the high ground, though. Lore here is going to be battling it out with Lore the second. Sup, Lore?
Lore, you're Lore. There we go. Top 10 here. Lore on the high ground.
All right, a bunch of players have fallen. We're now 7 players remain. Great shadow bomb to keep Lore here, just ensuring no fall damage is taken. Look at everyone else. They're deep within the builds. You've got 2 players down below that aren't building. They've got to be out of materials. Can Lore take advantage of the Broxter up on top? He still has them. But look at everyone down below. Everyone else is battling it out right now.
Yeah, we're into the top 5, top 4 now. Broxter top right on the high ground. He says, I don't need high ground. Let's just join the fray down here. Only 1 tarp above. Lore gets Mo and gets the mats from it. There, Broxter gets I Am Charo. Lore has a shadow if he wants to try and retake. Zone is closing. Also has 75 to the 24 build, but Broxter doesn't care. Shoot first, ask questions later. Broxter putting pressure onto Lore. Knows the zone is there. Lore tries to dip out and around, but too clever for your own good. Broxter, 5 elims and the victory royale. 15 points there to push him up to 32. That match was ridiculous, but for now, we're going to throw it back on over to Courage, who's in the studio.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, great energy from Zeke and Sundown. What you don't see behind the scenes is Zeke currently taking his shoes off, got the socks out.
He honestly looks extremely relaxed.
He's looking real comfortable, but the energy's there. I like it. I respect it. I love hearing those two on the mic. Courage joined by Dr. Lupo as we catch up to speed on a few things going on while the NA West action unfolds. Obviously intense down to the wire in some of those games right there. Arkham with a big performance. We saw Jarvis with an unfortunate demise there in 16th place. But Ben, I know you've got some things you want to show us.
It's actually funny you mentioned both of those players, Jarvis. Harrians as well on that list, and Arkham to end it. We have a set of replays. We're going to look at all three players and what they've done thus far for NA West. Pretty crazy how fast-paced things happen in these games, and I think NA West is one. They don't shy away from, the pace of what we've seen from EU and NA East. Shots inside a box, awareness, very, very important in Fortnite. See, Harrians here, a number of plays repeatedly showing. He's got the awareness, the ability to build up. Basically chasing his own rocket down in that clip right there to match a player elevation, shots from above, swap out the RPG, one of the most powerful weapons late game, especially when you have a swarm of players underneath. Repeated shots. Give me a combat shotgun and an RPG in a high-skilled player's hands, and I guarantee you'll see a feed. Right? It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Matching height there, catching Psycho on the rotation down, but like we said, Aaron's not the only player from NA West putting on a good show. Jarvis, you mentioned shots on the outside, little peek shot on another player, getting third party, taking opportunities every time they have a chance. Very, very important that players are paying attention to who's around them and what exactly they're doing and maybe what other people are doing to them. Jarvis says the impulse over the top, flying away there. Get an escape. You got a landing on top of another baller player. Papo Anthony goes down and picks up a quick little set of loot. We've seen those kind of chases pretty often too. You have players that are flying through the air and they'll follow someone on a redeploy, a baller, the rift to go, and landing literally inside the same box, taking ownership of it. You mentioned Arkham here. Patience is so key. We're in the top 5 at the very end here, and Arkham sitting on the ultimate low ground, waiting for players literally to drop in like that. Deuces goes down, another one, and Arkham's just going for a flick, looking for the next, finds a follow-up. Another one, back to back to back to back, and Arkham doesn't even need to climb his way out until the very last second, and even then, Barl goes down to himself. Yeah. The feed, Arkham took it over. NA West, just top-tier awareness, but still at 49 points, still in first place. Pika from WBG, but Harrians right here. We saw a ton of clips from him at the beginning of this set of replays there. Yep. Taking second place so far.
Pika, 3 games played, 3 wins. Thankfully for everyone else on this list, Pika already qualified. So because Pika's already qualified, it would be players in second and third if it were to remain this same score line. We'll see if that happens though, Dr. Lupo. So far, NA West looking great. Obviously still some time to queue. So that being said,
just throw it back, Jack.
Maybe send it back on over to our casters to keep the action going. Zeke and Sundown, take it away.
Thank you guys so much. Oh, did I cut you off? You want to do it? All right, let's pretend I'm
Oh, no, that's fine. You can take it. It was cool. I didn't have my hand up or anything. It's fine. Too busy showing everyone how you're lounging.
Yeah, no, I feel...
Did you use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup?
I did. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so just for your context, in case you're just tuning in, Dr. Lupo and Courage JD decided to go ahead and call me out, expose me, say that I'm straight lounging right now. If you check Twitter, it's true. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's just Zeke low-key trying to plug his Twitter there. Don't give him the impression.
I didn't say anything.
Not about
didn't say anything.
Oh, yep, nothing low-key about it. Indeed, as we're all here on board with Dexstar. 43 players left in the lobby, and it's about to crunch it down. And again, you saw the standings right before this. That was basically a who's who of who hasn't qualified yet in terms of the NA West side. Minus Pika, all of those other players have been so absurdly close. CJ, Harrians, Domo, all of them have been up on that board, and this is the last opportunity. Cannot stress that enough. The final 2 solo spots will be decided in this last block. If you want to be on the stage, you have to put up or shut up right now. Because if you don't, you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be regretting it. You're going to be feeling like you didn't accomplish it. But one other thing that I desperately have to state. Just because you don't qualify for New York City means you're a bad Fortnite player. Anytime you make it to Sunday in your region, you are in the very top percentile of the people who play this game. There are millions and tens of millions of people who have tried and played Fortnite. Don't get discouraged. You are incredibly good. You are among the best of the best. If you want to continue taking it seriously, there will be something to play for. It's not going anywhere. There's always going to be more Fortnite games to play, whether it's community events or other things. You can find ways to improve. You can go through, you can watch the VODs, you can pick yourself up, you can talk to another player, or similar to what the S2 guys did, find like-minded players, join one of those friend groups, ask players for advice, keep pushing yourself, because you're not going to get better by giving up. And hey, if you do want to give up and it's not for you, that's also okay. There are a ton of other games out there, and gaming is not just a singular thing. Games are fantastic, particularly with E3 going on, a bunch of new and fantastic titles out there that deserve to be celebrated. But right now, we're here playing Fortnite, trying to decide those final 2 spots, and Andrew picks up Uncle Iroh. That's the T right there.
I love every time you make that reference.
It's so good.
It is very, very good. These references are next level. Just to expand a tiny little baby bit on that, you know, we get it. We know it's a very difficult competition. We understand that, you know, it means the world to qualify, and if you don't, it feels like the weight of the world is just on top of you, and you doubt everything, your skill, your ability to play all these things. But we promise you, you are here for a reason. You've made it to the top 3,000 in your respective region because of how incredible at Fortnite and how skilled you are as a player. So keep your head up, keep grinding, keep your head up, keep pushing. I promise it'll all pay off in the end. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup, man.
And
Never
also,
forget.
hey, hashtag Fortnite World Cup. What did your improvement look like over the course of the World Cup? Did you get more points? Did you have one of those days that were really good for you? What was your story like? How was it competing in the first open tournament, in the largest open tournament that has been run? Let us know, because we want to hear about it. We want to know what your experience was like, what you liked, and what you didn't like. Give us some of the positives in there so we're able to iterate on all of that stuff. But as we said, now pressure plant going through, geysers going, and Terrainy is extending his shadow form because, as we said, his feet doesn't touch the ground. So that answers the question about what that interaction looks like. The real question is, if he hung out on a zip line, would he still just stay in that fire or shadow form? Who knows? Top 25 placement points are abound, and Terrainy now has priority on the zone. He's going to look back and try and catch all the people who are hot feeding right by, but that is an incredibly tough shot to hit. 23, and does he get meteored by the other player? He does. He's in the box. He's stuck in there. Doesn't look like the player recognizes, so he's just going to boop right out the side in a box with the baller player. One trap down, finds doesn't find the trap, but finds the shot because Cryo has to move to the other side. 16 players remaining. Harrians and Andrew still in the lobby. Nobody wants to be the last one. Trap fires. Player gets to the opposite side, puts the ramp down. Tyranny being like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. Bernie picks up Opal Whip, and we have our top 15. Harrians gets Kytrex, and Rick gets Orba, and the lobby is thinning fast.
Exactly, and look at this. Another one just picked up like that. We're nearing top 5 so quickly. But look at this. You still have people all the way around. Players being eliminated left and right. Up on the high ground, though, Hustle and Allrum looks like they're going to contest right now. Harrian says, everyone up top, go ahead and come on down. I'd like to just go ahead and send you back to the lobby. So there you go. Now, Hustle did not drop all the way down. He still has the highest ground tarp, so he's just going to keep applying pressure from above. Now, I'm curious, does Harrians have more rockets? Okay, you answered my question. Thank you. Did you read my mind? How did he know?
Threw it right on up there. You see Andrew picks up drip trades, but Hustle starting to row kind of thin on mats. He has 22 left, but it should be okay to hold high ground for now. Is dealing with no, he picked up ammo from that last Elam, so he's okay. Dexterity picks up J Roses, and we're into the top 5. Harrians goes down just inside of it. Tyranny picks up Dexterity. Now it's a 1v1 between Tyranny and Hustle. Tyranny up on the high ground. Hustle going to take it away. Double ramps out into the side. 90 and then reverse flips it, but gets coned off by Tyranny. Great cone there, so Hustle now going to drop back down. One thing to note though, Hustle has the bandages, but no builds. If it goes to full close and he's okay, it should go to him. The difference between bandages versus a slurp and a campfire is minuscule, but Hustle slips up, only had the 50 HP, and gets taken out by a very slight change in elevation. That's not Old Man Mountain, that's like the newborn hill, but it was enough.
It was enough. I love fighting Volcano because it just makes like the action feel more action movie. It's like we're fighting over lava. Who will win? Food. Oh, between the slats. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Send observers your love. That was dope. All right, I liked that one. That was a pretty dang good one. I liked it. But look at this, Rux. Rux hasn't qualified, right? No, Pika and Rux have qualified. Excuse me,
They've qualified in solos, haven't qualified as a duo.
Yes, so one more opportunity in this next weekend to try and come through.
Actually, it will be on the Thursday and Friday, June 20th and 21st because of those changed times. Also, don't forget those hours have been pushed back and the prize pools have been doubled for that rescheduling. Again, you can see the qualification spots on the right-hand side. 19 were up for grabs today, 17 have gone down, and 2 more are available here in the West. Who will be able to take one away as Rux begins spraying shots out there, swaps to the combat, gets a 12 and a 9 tag there, so knows the player is on whites but won't be able to find it. Instead, gets mitts with a little bit of help from the Storm.
Man, another dense lobby. Now keep in mind, we're coming, the circle is already moving. The Storm circle is already moving. We're getting closer to that Storm Circle 6. Rux here, a little bit of a tough spot. He's going to go ahead and get that launch pad, get himself out of dodge, and begin his rotation. Question is, where does he want to land? He probably could have challenged that player, but I think it's a little bit smart. Just go to the edge of that next storm zone, get yourself to safety, establish, and then see where the next zone is. Right? It's again, every interaction matters. Every decision they make is literally going to make or break their game.
So on that rotation in and of itself, you have 2 choices when you're going through. You can come down on the very near side of the zone where there's going to be more players, but you want to land towards an edge because the next circle goes outside of the bounds of the safe zone. If you don't go to an edge and you go to the middle, you're guaranteed a rotation no matter what. Whereas if you do get an edge, you're either on the backside and have to rotate right away, or everyone rotates into you. So the safe calculated play is you put yourself in the middle for an even rotation, but that means you're in the middle of the rotation and guaranteed have to rotate. So if you put yourself towards the side with mixed utility, you at least have a chance of hitting the zone. But then on the flip side, if it goes back to the opposite side, it's really rough. Most of the times during that overlapping zone, I'd say you want to go far side simply because the near side's going to be stacked and there's less threats there. So even if you do have to rotate away, most players aren't rotating all the way over there. As you can see SealMatt doing right now and then turning about face. Sees all the players dropping down from the sky. And that was a slow redeploy. That's what I'm talking about. If you go to press space, as somebody knocks your ramp out from under you, you'll be stuck in that slow redeploy forever. But SealMatt opts not to punish that player, instead swaps targets onto gun deals and swats him out of the sky, swapping his name from Epic Whales Duo back to SealMatt so we can give him the credit where credit is due without undue confusion.
Dang it, you literally stole my joke. I was going to say, man, I'm so happy to see that SealMatt has changed his name from Epic Whales Duo to his real name so we can give him the credit. Dang it, Sundown. It's like you read mine. It wasn't like a joke. I was saying that was like.
Oh, it was one of your jokes. Got it.
Yeah, so it's not funny.
As we hit top 25 there, Pearl taking out hit marker and SealMatt getting over to the far side. 3 points for everyone. Top 15 will be the next one for an additional 2 points, and then top 5 in the Victor Royale after that. But SealMatt wants the points from the elims. You can see the baller kind of griefing him a little bit there, just hitting the spacebar, knocking the builds, not letting him be safe. But Anjul gets picked up. Brilliantly done there from SealMatt, and now going to opt to pop the shadow and get on out.
I like that rotation because typically when you do with the door and you use a shadow bomb and then you open the door, players know to laser the door instantly because you're going to be coming out as a shadow. If you edit up and then you just bounce out of the box, no one can really tell where you are, and it makes you way more difficult target to hit. That's dope.
Adapting, man, like we say, everyday people pushing the limit. But now we got Buff Hack up on the high ground. Boombo in combat shotgun, sitting on full draw right now, has an explosive shotgun round ready to go in case anybody gets greeted by it. Sees the shadow player, not able to find the first hit. Baller right next to him, just pickaxe him. That works too. You can send him on down, but he's going to be able to catch himself. See if he had pickaxed him there.
He would have got
down the storm. Would have got an elim.
Yep.
Just saying, 200 IQ.
You know what I'm curious about? I know.
So that's another thing.
Okay.
Top 15, so that's a 3-point swing there. But explode or any AoE damage that hits a baller. If it breaks, it will crack through. Bob Hack gets Wavy Jacob as well, the player who is in the top 5 tomorrow. So good high ground domination from him. But now back on board with Seal Matt. 2 elims and top 12 currently. Needs top 5 for the next round of points. But he also still has 3 stinks, Zeke.
These just increase in value over the course of the game, right? You got to think the stink bomb is a little bit larger than a 1x1 grid space. When you throw it in, especially in this tight of a corridor, you're going to get guaranteed damage. Remember, that's damage that ignores shields and hits directly to the health bar. If he just drops it down on the players down below, he's going to get a bunch of damage numbers, and he's going to be able to track them. Because remember, that damage number is ticking, and you can track where that number is coming from.
Drop it on the backside of the storm on low ground. Players will always be there. Always, no matter what. But right now you can see he's only on the 31 builds, trying to find a little bit of room to navigate. Finds a big pot, knows there's a player over on the side. This is when you should be using those stinks. They are going to get to a critical point where you will have no more area to get it. But Seal Matt says, I know better. I'm going to stick to that combat shotgun. Top 5, top 4 now as Pearl gets end picks. Pearl on the high ground. Bob Hack on the turret beneath. Seal Matt now on the mid tarp. So now Bob Hack on ultimate low. And there it is. Drop down the stink. Drop down a rocket as well. Seal Matt got the last hook. Bob Hack, that's the wrong way. Flint knocks out into the storm. Seal Matt should just drop another stink on the low ground. Oh no! He put it in his own box! He put it in his own box! So Fetty got the tick over onto it because he was the last one who tagged him forever ago. Pearl got the tick as well. 17 points for Pearl, but that's rough. You know what? That's just one of those ones where you wake up in the morning and you're like, yep, it was just right before lift up the covers. You smelt it, you dealt it. Real rough there, taking yourself out. Not about the Dutch oven there, but hopping into the next match. Tracer, Lior, Poser, Kicks all over by Pleasant Park. You have Doten in the corner, and Tracer has a nice little loadout, 6 shadows with the combat. Also has a tower built up, so might have a little bit of extra resources underneath, and has priority rotation on the zone. You can see right on the edge of the Pleasant Park circle.
Yeah, I mean, right now, at this point, he could just look to gatekeep players as they're trying to get themselves into safety. I want to see, though, I was going to say, I want to see like a wide shot. I want to see more of what's going on here in Pleasant Park. A lot of players are on that outside edge, and they need to start making their way in. We've already had, you can tell, right? There's players that have already established themselves in this new safe zone. Now it's about everyone else. How do they get in? Are their rotations safe? Do they have long rotations? Does someone around them have a potential launch pad or rift that they could use? Do they have that utility? So many possible decisions. Look at that. Choi, he was flying in the air and just gets ripped to shreds. He's not been eliminated, not yet, but he is in definite critical condition. Bolt, Johnny, they're going to be picked off in 38th place. Rough, not the worst, but rough for sure.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I'm not in terms of like, oh, getting to 38th is bad, but playing 18 minutes or whatever in a game to get to the 5th circle and then being dropped out before placement points doesn't feel good as a player. Tracer now popping the shadow, going to opt to try and find a little bit of room. You can see, again, the players gravitate more towards the outside of this 5th circle. Radiant Bricks picks up last live. Tracer hitting the tree to get a little bit more, sitting on 5 elims and 5 smoke bombs. And now, why you're towards the outside of the circle, everyone on the eastern side of Pleasant now has priority on that zone, and players are going to have to go past. 35 players left. You can see everyone playing safe, playing dense. Nobody wants to get picked off right here. We've talked about it before. The placement threshold is kind of the barrier. Like, hey, was this an acceptable game? You can't spend this much time in a match and not get placement points.
And here we go, man. Circle has started moving. Again, guys, every interaction matters. This is their last opportunity, the last few games they have on the server. Probably like about an hour left in queue time. Becca, can you help me out? Boom, 105 minutes. Thanks, Becca.
105 minutes?
Wait, what did I? Is that
really,
what I said?
Zeke?
An hour and 5 minutes.
Really? Ah! Wow.
Anyway,
all right. Yeah,
34 players.
Right back.
No, Becca, take that away.
Remove
the graphic.
Becca, remove the graphic. World Cup. Can Zeke do math? The answer is no. If you answer yes, we're not friends anymore. Now, Tracer here turns and picks up Pocket. And Sino gets Jarvis as well. The South Korean player taking him down there, representing from South Korea, as I said, from the Asia region, playing in Canada currently had a nice little Canadian flag there on his Twitter account. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, but I know he'd been asking, doing everything they can to try and get one of the solo spots there. You can see Sino in the bottom left, Persecute also in the lobby, Vide in the lobby, Fate Yonder, Wheels, Ty Tanks, TXG Temple, Dordan, Kaz, Coral, so many players. Kaz qualifying for the Fortnite World Cup creative side with one of the sickest trick shots during Ninja's thing, still into the top 25. So 3 points for everyone in the lobby. And Kaz goes down right there, a little bit of a caster curse. I apologize, but he did get his flu shot, so not going to end up being sick. Kefu picks up Doten. Spook does get his shadow canceled, immediately going to 90 up, box himself up and over, and he says, nah, I'm going to pop another shadow and get out of dodge. This is risky. Needs to avoid getting metroed here, and he does. Puts enough space between him to get back over the backside of the zone. Nobody expects the reflank with the shadow. You expect him on the far side not to come back to the near, but Spook can't convert as Vide. Oh, as I say that, he drops down and chases Persecute. That's a 3-point swing as that even pushes us into the top 15.
Now, top 5 is the next threshold, and this is where we're going to see players play a little more defensively. They want to hit top 5. Those extra 2 points are so crucial. Spook here doing his best impersonation of a spooky ghost, walking around that shadow bomb. He's going to find a player, a 36. It is a headshot, but not a ton of damage. And look, he's got there in the pyramid. They're trying to keep himself safe. He does get the ramp, and the players, they're just trying to abandon. They're like, no. I need to get myself to safety. I need to survive. Kefu going down in the top left to Yonder. Cherish Reality just going to get ripped to shreds. 3 eliminations for Spook. And then Rocket, he's looking to fracture it all Sundown.
Oh, but he finds the player in the shadow form. Can he follow up on it? What?
Wait, what?
I didn't. Literally, I heard the audio cue as he turned and built. That was inhuman from Spook to be able to get that there. Sino picks up Dordan, and we're getting closer to that top 5. And one thing to note, once players hit the top 15, it's a little bit like, okay, I got my 5 placement points. I can kind of press it. This is a relatively successful game either way. And Synergy Kicks on the high ground. 2 big pots, Shadow Bomb and a Rift. Little less valuable, but it's all about the rockets and the combat. He's going to start working top down and looking for those aim down sight shots. Holding his hard right hand, waterfalling another level, only about 3 or 4 up, and now he's going to start looking for shots. Misses the first, and sees 2 people get blown up. Leo and Yonder get blown up by Sinu and Ty Tanks, and we have our top 5. 7 points for everyone in the lobby, and Kix is trying to go to work. This player holding him off, using the turbo build to just hold that box, and Kix says, okay, you can have it. I'm going up 1 more.
He does have a single RPG. He could just bring everything down or just save it and try to get a cheeky angle and just level everything down below. Now, keep in mind, he's got a great angle. He immediately just destroys that player there. They're going to just back to lobby. Good day, friend. Sinu there picked up as well. So who's left? I 3 box for your wide shot. The Rocket gonna come in. That's Ty Tanks. Oh my God. Okay, who's down below? Who's still left?
I think he actually got a shield tag with that RPG. I assume this player is tagged out. That's why he's just playing defensively.
It was Spook.
No, they did get a shield shot. Spook tried to be a spooky ghost there, but no. A Flankerino Synergy kicks him out to the lobby, gets the victory royale, and closes that match out. Well done from him there, and just look at the run away from Pleasant. We pretty much head in a straight line there, but the action doesn't stop. 47 players here. You see Zucchini and Nico over here as well. And look in the bottom right-hand corner. We're over by Lonely, but look at the number of players who are in that next safe zone. There's only about 4 or 5 on the edge, and the other 40 players are going to have a long rotation over there. That's a lot of open space.
Yeah, we need either community launch pads, community rifts, shadow bombs, whatever it is. Ballers, just get yourself to safety. Now is the time to go. Nico, look at this. Rift to go, slurps, half shields. He's ready. He's got no elims. He's trying to look, saying, I've got time. I'll mess with this player. Sky Virus. Unfortunately, not the T Virus. Gonna get eliminated there.
So one fantastic thing that Nico did, and you might wonder why players are doing it. Players will set up a ramp directly behind them and then force themselves onto the wall. This goes back to the conversation we had before about those yellow builds. If you put the ramp and then you're standing in it, because the other wall ends up being broken and you're phased into that one, as you step forward, that other wall gets full built and it kind of pushes you forward a little bit, but makes it a little easier to phase through into the walls. That's how Nico was able to get there and get that shot off. Well done from him there to close that one out. But the rest of the lobby, you have Rex, Psycho, Pine, all over on this side. We already saw Psycho have an incredible performance, and not gonna meme on that because it really was that good. But Rex gets the wall, gets the cone, has the trap on the back side, and Renuity can go hang out in the lobby because Rex is dominant there.
Another member of S2 or the Heart Clan. In case you can't tell, looks like a little heart. Look at it. Squint your eyes a little bit. You can tell. The S and 2. 42 players remain. This is going to dictate what happens moving forward. Where is the new safe zone? Here we go. Down low by Lonely. Okay, so pretty even flat terrain. Like, there's a little bit of that little, like, incline, that little baby one there, but it's not like a mountain, right? They're going to be fine, especially with rotational tools.
So the first players who go will be fine. The second players won't, and that's why those hills end up being so bad. When you're going over kind of a change in verticality, you need to be going early or have utility, because if you're going late without utility and trying to build up, it doesn't matter how good of a builder you are. If everyone in the lobby has slapped brick and metal down there ahead of time, it takes forever to break through. You can't find your angles, and now we see Pika trying to take the wall away, drops back down through his edit. Storm Surge is on, so 9 players in the lobby will be pressured from that. Again, 30 is when it turns off. You see typical gamer picking up AU Kirky, and Pika trying to find the player, holding with the heavy snipe there. As Citizen snipes, just gets held by the entire zone. Pika goes for the shot, but does not hit it, and immediately pops his glider and just hangs out in the air. Wants nothing to do with all of this chaos on the mid and low ground.
Yeah, just let everyone duke it out, you know. As they're making rotations, the lobby's going to thin itself out. And look, this is exactly what you do. Just wait. Especially now, as people are trying to establish themselves, he's probably going to try and challenge someone for their high ground. Because you don't, down below, all they're thinking about is who can I pick off? How can I get to safety? Now, instead, he's going to say, look, Zeke, I'm going to step ahead of you. I'm going to land there first, establish myself, and I'm going to look to gatekeep everyone that's trying to rotate in. A player here, he's going to get the wall blown out from his side. Good recovery, though. He did not lose that much life. He still has the 2 half shields as well, so he's still good to go. 28 people still left, though. Look at the rotation out of that shadow bomb.
So sick to be able to get out around the side and get over to the far, if he can now establish himself and begin shooting. But instead, you see him on the right side of the screen, just continues to extend out the shadow bomb and get to the top 25. Well done there from Pika. There's a reason he was in the top spot. There's a reason he's already qualified for solos. He's really, really, really ridiculously good at this game.
There you go, rift forced there. So now Rex and everyone else, not from the same rift, their own potentially, gonna look to land. But look, a little girl up on top is taking shots at the mean old Fortnite players in the sky. Pika there, look, another shadow bomb use. He wants this high ground. He's continued to contest because he knows that is a power position and he wants it. Rex here is gonna try and get a little cheeky angle here, see where he can go ahead and nest himself. Looks like they're on the lowest ground tarp. This is pretty good, it's gonna keep him safe. Especially everyone down below. You got to think everyone probably down below is a little less on mats. That's why they don't want to contest. They want to try and conserve. 4 more people need to fall. 2 go down there. 1 more. Top 15. Okay, I thought it was going to come a little quicker than that, but oh well, here we are. There. Okay, of course. Okay, I'm trying. I did my best. Anyway here.
And it was a little girl picking up Timber Skelty, the player from Mexico there, and we're into that top 15, as you said. And additionally, too, there were a lot of top 10 players who were in this, players who last time we checked the leaderboard are up there right away. You can see Rex and Domo in there. CJ was in the lobby. A little girl pushes in and will pick up an Elam. Rex puts both the straps on the side. 1, 2, and typical gamer gets taken down. He was on a spree of himself, but Rex says, don't you know who I am? I know who you are, but it's time you learn my name. Brilliantly done there from him.
Well, he's got a big galaxy brain and tiny little arms, but Pika is up on the high ground there. He's going to go ahead and try and contest. Fisco, I believe, is the way you would say that name. Now, Pika having a little bit of difficulty, but keep in mind, he's got the 8 builds. That's why he's not trying to get crazy beyond fast. Decimated, but Night Slayer says, I am the Pika Slayer. Go back to lobby, friends. And look at this. Fisco's like, oh, did something happen? I guess I'm just going to drop back down. Everyone down below, everyone okay?
Yeah,
I'm good.
Night Slayer showing off his Earth type right there now as Rex continues working on the mid tarp. Does put down the first campfire, trying to get as much effective HP as he can. Will top off to 100 right before the storm tick comes through. Finds the first shot. Can he connect afterward? And he does. That was Night Slayer right after he took out Domo. So now Rex on the low ground, sends a player down. 1, 2, but Fisco catches himself right after. Fisco in your top right, Rex in your bottom right. 70 builds to 32. Fisco is going for an early campfire. He committed to,
no! Why would you stop it? Oh, no.
And so he stopped it because he saw that Rex was on the low ground and continued going through. So even if he had gotten it, he wouldn't have had the health advantage. But now the circle is closed. Rex just needs to hang out. He saw Fisco do it early, and he gets some. Rex had tagged him forever ago with it, pushing himself up to 39 points there. 19 from that match. Brilliantly done from Rex, but we're going to throw it on over to Dr. Lupo, who's in the studio.
Gentlemen, thank you. Legend has it there are a few things louder than the shriek of Zeke. But I will say the show and the shots from a lot of these players in NA West also standing out pretty loud, if I do say so myself. Speaking of which, we're going to take a quick look at the current NA West standings. So I'm going to now pivot and walk over to the board because that's what it says in the script. No, for real, NA West still going very, very deep right now. A lot of players competing for this top set of positions. Pika still holding it out all the way at the top there, 59 points. Only 4 games played. I think he's playing a different version of Fortnite compared to everybody else. Symmetrical, Deuces, Sparl, Jarvis, Arkham, a ton of players, Harrians that we've seen over the course of the entire day so far from NA West. But I want to take 2 seconds real quick and look specifically at Symmetrical. 5 games played, 3 victory royales. Here's what's shown up so far. This is scary consistency minus this outlier number 3 there. But if you look in the bottom right, placement has been huge thus far. 70% of the 50 points that he's earned up until now. It's crazy. It's a spread like we have not typically seen. Usually we see closer to 40-60 or even a 50-50 down the line. But like I said, 5 games left, still Symmetrical on a solid push. See if he can maintain that top 1, 2, 3 position. You have to remember, if Pika does maintain number 1, he's already qualified. So those 2 positions for NA West shift down just one bump. A lot of competition still out there. This is the last week for solos across the board. This is the last set of games for the last region. Before we get to those, we got to take a quick 5-minute break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to cast this thing and knock out the rest of the weekend. See you in a bit.
Zeke, this is it. This is the last chance, all right? People need to know about this block party, all right? This is your last opportunity to get them involved, to get them hyped. Zeke, everyone's going to be there, all right? DJ Zeke's going to be there. DJ Sundown's going to be there. Everyone's going to be there, all right? The people are waiting. All right. You know what, man? I'm DJ Zeke. I don't need no card. But what you need to do is buy your tickets to the block party. Tickets are only $35, Fortnite fam. Listen, all right? June 15th, 16th at the LA Forum. Day 1, Creative Showdown. Listen, all right? Team Evolve built an incredible map. Spoiler alert, it's dope. Day 2, Celebrity Pro-Am. 50 pro gamers, 50 celebrities, all battling out for a $3 million charity prize pool. What more do you want? What more do you need? Fortnite fam, you need to be there because we are ready to party with you. Bam!
Heyo Fortnite fam, Sundown here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the Flintlock pistol and its impact on competitive play.
The Flintlock pistol is a great addition. Sometimes it'll just change the course of a fight.
The things you can do is insane. You can get height with it. It shoots pretty far. You can almost use it as an AR at the beginning game just to get one shot. It'll hit for like 80, 90 in the body.
And this is looking really good for Horrify, but the Flintlock is going to get the high ground. Nikiva, such a smart player.
The Flintlock is a common and uncommon weapon that uses heavy ammunition. It does 86 or 90 damage depending on rarity, and it has a 2 times headshot multiplier. This means that outside of a sniper rifle, it has the highest single shot damage potential in the game. However, the Flintlock only allows for 1 shot at a time, has pretty decent damage fall off, and also takes 3 seconds to reload. In addition to all of this, the Flintlock also has a mobility component to it. When fired, it will impulse the shooter backwards, and if the bullet strikes a target, it will impulse the target away from the shooter. This can allow for some tricky plays to be made. Player there, runs out into the storm, jump, turn, finds him, yeah! We've seen a decent amount of use out of the Flintlock during the Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers. So let's hear from some of the qualified players to get their opinion on its addition to the game.
If I'm low on HP and I have to choose one weapon, it will be this one. You can actually like kill someone from 200 HP to 0 without taking any shots.
And it's also really good for competitive play because if you're high ground or if you want to get away from a situation, the Flintlock, when you use it, it knocks you some distance so you can get away or you can get high ground over someone. I think it just adds a lot of like different plays you can make with it. I think it's good.
I personally really like the Flintlock. I think it's a really good weapon. I think it's a really, really strong weapon in the right hands. You need to know how to use it and you need to base your whole game around it if you want to use it right.
It's just a kind of weapon we need more.
I definitely think it's one of the better things that have been added skill-wise. I like that it's so versatile. I really like it competitive. Definitely deserves a spot in here.
Thanks for watching, and hopefully you saw how the Flintlock can be utilized in the right hands. What is the best Flintlock play you've done or seen? Share it with us using the hashtag Fortnite World Cup, and we'll be seeing you guys on the battle bus, or maybe Flintlocking through the air.
Welcome back, Fortnite fans, to continued coverage of the Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers. Now, of course, if you've been with us, you know we're in week number 9. We are knee-deep in NA West action, and I'm not going to hold you up much longer. Let's get Dr. Lupo, Monster D-Face up on deck because I want to get into more games. Gentlemen, over to you.
How's it going, man? I'm ready to crush it today. NA West, looking towards the very end of the day, which means this is the very end of solo qualifiers for New York City.
Last opportunities, guys, to get in there and make it happen. So we're going to be hopping right into these next set of games. And, I mean, we saw the leaderboard symmetrical just at the top. We've seen them kind of rocking it out.
Speaking of symmetrical, look, wait. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bushes in a row, and I think a 6th bush inside the box. Are those all players on the outside, or what's going on here? The camouflage is so good, I can't really tell. My vision is based on movement, so I'm not. I'm like a T-Rex. Oh, the trap behind. It'll chase pushing away. Barely dodging that one. Loadout looking a little thin right now. Blue tactical AR, blue combat shotgun, which I'm going to be honest means, honestly, the world at this point. How a lot of these players are playing. A gray AR, not too bad. 23 points thus far, 1 elimination, 78 builds, and a dream of New York City.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is here. He only had 45 minutes left to queue up. That's going to be a second elim. 40-plus players remaining as the moving zone's just about to get cracking here.
Rift into shadow bombs. Let's go.
That's what he needs, man.
Rift into shadow bombs. Do it. There it is. Sending.
That's a freebie of a rotation straight across the entire field there.
No reason to go too early either. I mean, at this point, he's just going to try and drop in and get high ground of what's still safe. Landing just outside the zone. Going to box up and build a little bit of a base up in the air. Combat shotgun, attack AR. Not a ton of ammunition for that tack. I say that only 100 rounds, but it's still only 100 rounds. No opportunities to take too many shots on players rotating. Aiden, one of the stars of NA West,
floating around in a baller there. Meanwhile, Epic Whale, Kanji, about to take a shot at this heavy snipe and see if he can follow through. I almost guarantee. There it is. 1-2 shots. A couple shield tags on the inside. Didn't even look like critical damage, though, which is too bad.
Crazy to see how much the game has changed, too. I've seen players rocking double heavy snipes, if you can find them.
Back to back.
That can
Quick
catch
scope the
people off
second
guard,
one.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you see someone that's maybe mid-heal, they're going to try and finish that mini. Because there's a bit of hesitation. They're thinking, I need to pop this so I can make sure that I get the shield. But in fact, the thought should be, I need to wall off after the first heavy snipe because there's got to be a second or something's on its way still. Heroes and Edgy, 2 eliminations here for Epic Whale. Up to 4 now, 29 points and 141 builds. 2 rifts, those are going to need to be used relatively soon, or they're almost obsolete. We'll see, though. Launch pad into a rotation. Around the mountain we go.
Yeah, he did get shot there, so he's going to have to land, kind of slow things down just a little bit. Someone got boogied over to his left-hand side. Is he going to snatch up that opportunity to kind of jump on? Guess not. That player got right back in the baller, and down the hill he went.
Gotta go. No time to waste any of it. Player dropping in above. Epic Whale trying to follow through on that. Elam can't quite find it, and a big combat shotgun shot from that range. Very effective as Epic Whale's forced down to 76. Gonna have to play on the defense. Use that rift. Probably the last super safe time to use it, assuming nobody looks up. One of those players that may look up for too long. Jarvis, somebody we've had our eyes on a number of times for NA West already.
I was literally watching him back in the talent room. Jarvis.
That's real. I can confirm that he actually was.
Yeah, like just sitting there staring at his games because he's been having quite the run. A couple unfortunate hiccups, but all in all, just pretty decent run here. He's really made his way to the top of the radar, and I've been so interested to kind of follow his gameplay at this point. Up in the right-hand corner, guys, Victory Royale worth 10 points, but don't forget placements are all the way through. And talking about that, top 25 just grants Jarvis and everyone else in this lobby a couple more points just for being alive right now. And each elimination is worth 1. That's Nico who goes down to Jarvis.
Quick reaction, player pushing up. No builds for Jarvis right now, just 1, now 0, and shots come out from a corner, edit up above. Jarvis gonna have to try and apply pressure. There's no other opportunity. Just kidding. Sculler goes down, looking for a back-to-back. Keep an eye on the feed just in case those Elams come in way too quick. Ruddy goes down as well. PGG Jarvis moving forward. Excellent set of plays. No materials still, though, after building himself into a box. Finds, an attempt on a player. The shadow bomb there, he got locked in on it. Somebody else from above does follow through with shots. Seal Matt, his duo right here.
Yeah, a little bit of a standoff there. I see Kate and G all in those players' names, so bunch of friends basically at this point, all in the same lobby. But here they're enemies. Aiden jumps up, goes with the side hop, takes the high ground using the storm. But the cost, 60 HP to take this high ground, and the opponent didn't even expect it.
Not a big deal.
It was worth it.
Not a big deal, honestly. He may have spent the 60 HP. Use it as a commodity to make his way to the top. A very good push for the baller. Take high ground, shot from above, combat shotgun, so powerful. We're going to see it again for just a second. Weapon swap it at the TAC AR. Looking for shots, watching for exposure on an opponent underneath. Drop it down.
A little scout to the high ground. Everything seems to be clear, and he knows players are working their way down. He's taking his time here. You don't ever want to get too close to your opponent. He's trying to find an opportunity. Will he find it here? It's declining slowly but surely once again. He's keeping this high ground. He used a baller to get here. You can tell that he still has fairly comfortable materials for endgame. Deuces goes down there as Aiden is continuing to rain down top 3 situation. Trashy versus Little Chase. Trashy catches that one, and Aiden is now at 100 shield here in a 1v1 versus Trashy. Is he gonna be able to close out? We'll find out now.
Just a second here, Aiden moving forward, double layering up above. Trashy stuck on the low ground, no builds, shots from underneath, down to 69 HP. The shadow bomb in an attempt to maybe make a climb here using the tree potentially, but Aiden is doing an excellent job of zoning Trashy out. No attempt, no climb. He's taking an opportunity, pop a couple minis. It may not be enough though. Aiden stuck right next. No way! And Trashy with the 9,000 IQ play to literally just sit in the bottom. Exactly.
He faked him.
He popped the shadow bomb, but didn't even push. He sat, and Aiden spent all this time trying to track what couldn't even be tracked because Trashy was still in the bottom. Aiden literally lost an easily winnable game just because of an outplay mentally.
I promise you this, he'll never do that again.
Oh,
because
100%.
There's a distinct sound when someone jumps with the Shadow Bomb. And Aiden just, you know, out of pure defense and safety precaution, put up the planks to protect himself, but he traded out storm damage. I bet you Aiden never makes that error again right there. And this is the rinse and repeat that competitive players have to go through. You have to go through these and then learn from your mistakes most importantly.
It's like you ever see like the label warnings on a product and you look at it and you're like, why is that on there? But you realize that's got to be on there because it happened one time, right?
It can happen.
One time. And the same thing applies here. You don't think about it until you're in the situation where you're like, wait, this is a thing that I need to be concerned with because it caught you off guard and maybe cost you, in that case, potentially 4 points if Aiden had gotten the elimination and the push from the Victory Royale. Yeah, like you said, it's not going to happen again because I think Aiden's got the warning label on now, right?
That's right, and this is what the World Cup is all about, and that's why this is the best practice for qualified players, regardless. He's still a champ. We'll see him in New York City, but Snorrier catches that whiz. Very nice.
It's Harians, dude.
Oh my.
Backwards. Bro.
Yo, call me way off. I'm like,
you got
sorry.
duped so bad. Oh, shout out to Harians for having a name that not even literally one of the most knowledgeable players I've ever seen. Monster D-Face can see it. If you have other names that are like that, anybody that's got a backwards one.
Whoever's working on you building your brand is fire them because you're not winning with that.
Tag Monster D-Face on Twitter, hashtag Fortnite World Cup. We got to get a list of names for Monster to look out for so we didn't stumble on any more, right?
That was a tough one, dude.
Player taking shots all the way across, 32 remaining. We got 7 more to go before we're into placement points.
Here it is, Spook. Wait, did I read? No, it's Coops. It's Coops. No, this is right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea at this point.
We don't know anymore, but here it is, Spook. Hopefully, looking to pop someone here. Finds the window. It's a nice weak build right there, and oh man, building with Willet is terrible. Way above the threshold here. He's closing in on his top 25. Can he hold out? That's really what he's looking for. 38 points. He's in contention. There's still time to queue up here. He is totally in the running right now. And that's a big 3-piece right there. 2 huge legendary AR shots connect. One being a headshot, rips apart the shield. Combat follow-up, so clean. Spook goes back into recycle the geyser and just gonna keep him in the air, just trying to get this placement right now.
2 quick ticks out in the storm, but does have the highest drop right now, slowly floating in. Bucky starting to take shots. Wouldn't surprise me if descent happens very quickly from those that are still floating because of that. Power on the bottom you saw for just a second, very low HP. Tricks picking Vita off and feed. Alex Toast getting an elimination. Power going down to himself and the storm. Hate to see that player on the outside. Alex Toast does get eliminated. Mockin, 26 left. 1 more goes down. Whoever this 26th position is going to feel bad about missing placement points, but it is the way of the road, as they say. Ultra Laser Hawk is the player, and we are now in the top 25 for placement. Everybody picking up 3 points. The community launchpad may be going to pay the price. Doesn't quite go down. Now Mockin down to 66, catching a competing player, going for the same launchpad, and everybody's flying in here at Lazy Lagoon. We're basically headed straight. In fact, it's an entirely in the water 8th circle that we're moving towards right now.
And like placement is only just barely given out. As we're in 20 players on a riverbed, you can't walk down there. You have to build. This is such a weird end game.
I mean, you could try, but it's going to be real sad when you have to jump along the bottom. Look at this, Foxy Boxy taking shots and then immediately getting shot at from Ty Tanks above. Goes down and Ty pushes in to try and get the loot. Player competing for that. Barband going down outside. Spook rotating forward, maintaining basically the 3rd floor up. A rip, gonna use it, maybe not. Decides not to, gonna move forward. A player dropping in the same box. Surprise, I'm in the box too, and Dotback goes down. Spook maintaining all the way on the outside of the zone. A couple storm ticks. That Siphon actually did end up saving him down to 49 HP now. 12 players left. Ty, Spook. A number of other players rotating in, stuck on the bottom underneath the waterfall.
He got up and over, though. He did get up and over. That's going to be a weird place to rotate up, and he knows that's why he's looking right now, trying to see if he can find someone. Players are going to go down to the storm right now. That's 1. Iota goes down already. It's such a weird spot. Their struggle must be happening here. Synergy and Diggles fighting in the zone as well.
Quick edit and a shot. Combat shotgun rotating around the outside, trying to chase that player down. Decides not to continue pushing just in case somebody else might be there. Like Tie Tanks, a quick elim there, picking up another siphon. The 50 HP shield total there, very important.
Just a bit ago, he had 49 health, guys. Now he's at 150. He is in the game right here.
Swing.
Will he get to 200 in time? Nope, someone snatches it up, but it's okay. He catches Aaron's.
The rift?
Right there, and there is a free rift. Definitely want to use that. Everyone already to the sky at this point. Top 5, all placement points have been given out, besides the Victory Royale at this point.
Mocking on the ultimate low ground, taking shots. Traps to defend from anybody dropping in, like Just Chillin', who does go down very quickly. Another elimination, 7 now in 5 builds. Maybe looking for another shot on the players underneath. There are a handful down there. A quick grenade, I don't know if he caught that. Just tosses one down to see if he can get a hit on somebody. Maybe the 60 seconds before the storm.
Can he get it?
Picks him
Can
out.
he get it?
Caught on the outside. He's got 1 build. Floor, he's gonna have to push up, find it. Gets it.
Did he get it?
Bertsack.
Can he get the mats?
Dropping in.
He got
Maybe.
a few.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. He's
just
good
a few.
still. 3 players now mocking on the ultimate low. And watch this. Everybody's about to get pushed in the air because of the path of the storm. And that might...
He needs to hit the shot.
Oh my
no.
gosh. Staying just barely away from the vent. Almaken gets 4 eliminations. The Victory Royale and everybody else. At that point, because it was so close to the end of the game, nobody wanted to go for the vent because you're pushed up in the air, and with the circle that small, you are asking to tick out storm damage. You want to stay engaged, so a forced rotation out into the storm is the only option at that point.
Yeah, and that's why Spook was trying so desperately hard to push through that building and catch the Elam before he took off in the geyser, but he did manage to throw him up and couldn't get the siphon to keep him in the game. But here with Cryptic, charges back that bow, and he West, 30 minutes left to queue up and get the last bit of your games. 30 minutes, you can effectively queue maybe 2 full games, one from here to then, and then your last, but it's only if you have more than 2 games left, then you got to start pushing through. Yep. We call those W key games. So as you see, the lobby right now is a normal lobby in a sense. As we approach towards the end tail, these lobbies are going to get probably like slimmed down.
And more, it's scarier and scarier every single time you go in there. Right now, you have to realize that these games are queued against players of relatively similar scoring. As we get closer to the end of the block, you're going to be looking at lobbies with players with very high point counts. Very, very competitive lobbies, very difficult lobbies. You're on West, 2 spots, by the way. The top 2 of 3,000 people. The top 2 of 3,000 people is... It's terrifying to think that that's how narrow it is. That's how few people make it through. We've gone through multiple weeks of this, of players trying to play out of their minds. Cryptic slays, picks up the first elim. Couple easy shots, the AR from above.
That's that boombo though, man. Ripped apart all the shield on that player.
Just recently nerfed too. A little bit of a
drawback decrease.
A quarter of a second longer now, but players still very efficient with it. You just have to time it a little bit better.
Any kind of change to that weapon is welcome, I'm sure.
You trying to tell me that people have a problem with the relative utilization of a weapon? Fortnite Battle Royale, the ultimate Battle Royale experience? No way.
Of course not, dude.
Never. Smile.
Insane.
You're insane.
Here we have
You're insane.
Blixifer. 2 stinkers. We saw stinkers kind of clean up some players earlier today. Just an end game. No way to defend against it. Purging goes down. Now Blix. He can take this ball. He can just go through the loot if he really wants to. He's not going to do so. So he's going to be content with what he has and gets the next zone here.
Too risky at this point. He's got to rotate so far still, and you've got so many players that are still out here ahead of the zone. JP2 right there, King Flash from the top, challenging Cryptic Slays. Hunt as well, landing the same spot, and Spicy right underneath. Meanwhile, Saf from Ghost, looking to make a play down here in the bottom, decides to not get too aggressive and uses that rift, seeing most likely that right now, at the time of the rift, 27 players left. I think the option there was, I don't even want to risk it. I want my placement points, which he gets now.
Yeah, not only that, someone he had 2 players somehow end up in his box. One might have been a shadow, and the other might have been a baller, so.
Exactly.
He is not trying to stick around there.
The best course of action, honestly. Down to 22 now, and he's got to make it to 15. You see the top right there, the placement required to get the next set of points.
He's doing pretty good for himself this game right here. He's got double heals going on, playing for the high ground, manages to take it up, and it's his.
Do it.
He's just got to run it up. He's connecting with all the combat. Someone is trying to break him down. Doesn't even matter. He does manage to connect here, and there's 2 or 3 players now above him. He's going to use that moment of distraction to lower his elevation and probably just go back on the hunt in just a bit here, but
Still
Stinkers
getting pressure
are
above.
chasing.
One more needs to go down.
Look at that dodge right there. Sidestep, fake out. Now taking down the high ground player again, but lets his guard down, and someone's already on it.
Actually did pick up an elimination fake. He jumped off the top. Ended up going down to that. In the feed right there. 11 players left. Saf, 2 eliminations, 56 builds, and it's pretty much all metal, which is perfect for late game. If you had to have a situation where you get one material at the end, it's got to be metal every single time. You use that to zone people out as the storm's pushing in behind. Slows them down because they have to try and knock out those walls, and it's going to take multiple hits. And at the same time, maybe a chance for you to edit back, go for elimination. Hector here, the ultimate low ground. Moving forward, 35 points so far. Still in contention. Cryptic Slays in your feed, putting it down to the top 10 remaining. As Fett goes down.
Yes, indeed. There's a player right here. He does have the edit, makes the double shot, connects with a 136 combat. Just one hit was the one that took him down, but didn't break the wall in time. Is he going to be?
Oh, what a bait.
King Flash was waiting for that. But hey, he brought in a slurp juice for King Flash. That's going to be a big come up for him. And
special delivery.
Let's look at how much health these players in the low ground have. No Flash, just gets one limb right there. It's going to put him back in. He did get hit.
Saf in the ultimate high ground, just big chilling with already built structures. In fact, he owns a number of them. You see from this corner, Ed is going to watch for the shots. Finds 2. That player's down to less than 50. He's going to push forward, and it's Cryptic Slays goes down. We are now in a top 4 situation. Cryptic at least getting the top 5 points there. 7 from that. 49, though, total for Saf. Looking to put himself in the top 10. Hopefully the top 2 if he can make his way all the way to the top. And speaking of the top, climbing out of basically all the pre-built structures. Spicy. Sage peek right on top of each other. Spicy picks up that elimination. 3 players left. Schlump, the ultimate low ground. My friend out there in the corn. I feel that for sure. Saf in the ultimate high, dropping down, starting to descend. A little bit of fall damage. Both players at the bottom are literally dancing inside and outside of each other's builds right now. Corner edits happening. A ramp to push Spicy all the way in the bottom, and Saf and Spicy to 1v1.
It's the corn. It's the hayfield. Like,
He's got layers above him already for just a second.
Like,
Spicy's got 7 builds.
Like, no way, dude. I ain't going down there.
I want to see a Spicy push out just 2 or 3 floors out, launch pad to try and take high ground and push with the shotgun. Do it.
Saf's not having it. 1 campfire's down. There's the second, sits in the middle. Out comes the bandages, and that's his game.
Spicy was sitting on the launch pad. I would have loved to see him push out, put down a quick floor launch, fly up, and try and take high ground, shoot down from above, especially with a tactical shotgun. You don't have the range of the combat, so if you're going to try and compete with that, you're going to fail. AR shots from underneath, potentially, but with the amount of materials that you could already see the player above him layering up, double layering pyramids and floors. So at that point, pressuring with a high ground takeover, in my opinion, granted, I'm only me.
You're you.
But you never know. Like, I feel like that was the play. Thoughts?
I mean, think about it. There's only a couple of spots for qualification. If I'm being honest, to make it all the way through, you got to take risk. We've seen it happen all day today. 1-point differences, tiebreaker differences.
Yep.
You got to make risk right there. Like, that was an elimination he could have took, but he just said, you know what? He weighed his card and said, I have the bandage, I have the campfire. I'm going to go for the hail off. You lose a point. You leave a point on the field.
Was it NA East had, what, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 9th and 10th were all 60 points?
Yes, 4 players in a 60-point tiebreaker bracket, and Creo just barely eked out.
So you're looking at that and you're thinking, I should probably push this, maybe.
Don't leave anything up for grabs. Can't in those final moments, but
39 players left.
How it all kind of crumbles in that one, but here it is, symmetrical. We saw having quite the day today if he can continue to just hold out.
We had a chance to look at his first 5 games of the day, the breakdown, and he was so heavily weighted on placement. He's playing so strategically that 4 eliminations right now, multiple wins. I believe he had 3 games that were wins, and this might actually be one of them. We'll see before too long. One that he went out at 100th. I know that feeling. Don't worry.
If you're going to go down, might as well be 100. Get all your time back.
Like, you know what? On to the next one. Keep on rolling.
You know, most players don't get 10 in anyway, so It is all good. Oh, poor Fishman right here. Wheels catches a ton of damage. It was white, so you know he's going to keep the pressure up here.
100%.
And yep, he's going to keep it nice and safe. He hears the minis. This is checkmate, buddy. Hello. Bye-bye. I mean, guess Ethan.
I'm assuming it's Ethan. Can't really tell. Question mark then. Put Wheels from WBG picking up a solid elimination. Good mechanical technique there, getting the quick replaces, quick edits, the swipes. You can see them. I love that you can see them too. How fast they're, activating the edit, swiping, confirming the edit, and then just quickly taking a shot. Sog is the ultimate high ground. Looks like a legendary AR in his hands.
I would not want to play on 60 hertz. I'm sorry.
Struggle.
That's rough.
It's the struggle.
Respect to Soggy's on 60 hertz, man.
Who knows if that's UV it actually is. The name itself, though, very funny. I commend him. Moving forward. Little corner edit. More and more players, instead of capping off with a ramp and flipping it, have been doing a pyramid and just choosing which corners they want to raise up. Because you can immediately just look down, reset it, and drop down. Change corners. See multiple 3 players in rotation. Finds the weakest one. Look at the damage above the threshold for, oh man, for Storm Surge. 1,338 damage above the threshold. Until it's down to 30 players in the top left corner of your screen, folks, Storm Surge will apply damage ticks to everybody that's still in until it's down to 30, or that is everybody that's below the threshold, the damage cutoff. So you have to make sure that you're dealing as much damage as you can. Like Alberto here, only 80
this guy's
above.
Barely above, but lucky for him, he's just outside of the threshold, so he should be okay here. Alberto, 2 Rift to goes. 3 Shadow Bombs. He's got everything he needs to kind of play for placement here. You might as well at this point, and that's why he's choosing to just rotate, not necessarily firing at anyone. Just notice the holds here. Now he's going on defense. Holding builds, keeping it nice and calm. If you don't fire back, people are going to start targeting you, and that's kind of what's happening here. So
2 rifts. Opts for the 1 of 2 Shadow Bombs remaining. Gonna have to almost rotate through the sink. Dodges those with ease. 149 total. He's dropping just above. Oh my gosh. The landing there lands right on a ramp inside a tower that is 2 floors up. Drops in, build, quick double edit, falls into the player. Tactical shotgun, easy clap.
that's respect right there.
So fast.
No hesitation. Saw the opportunity, took the wall. That was the perfect scenario for him to be in. It's also going to allow him to upgrade that loadout. We'll see how he fares off in a little bit here, but now hopping over to Wheels, who's repeating the same rinse and repeat here. You want to just get to the zones. You want to be careful too. Guys, when your Shadow Bomb is ending, if you're standing still, your silhouette is just there. Players can see you. I've seen players get punished in the past.
Oh, and he got it.
My God.
It was a teammate too. WBG on WBG violence.
Cannibalism.
You hate to see it. Wheels. Oh man, the reaction time there. If you get rifted up and you have an open slot for reload in your combat shotgun, there's a little the little gimmick you do right now where you quickly spam reload and shoot at the same time. And
I wonder, do you have to aim at that point?
Oh,
or
bro,
is it,
yeah.
you just hit what's in front of you?
I've seen shots. Yeah.
Like, that's the real question.
I've seen shots miss, but very often you're going to see a big hit because they're
These guys
right on
hit.
top of each other.
Yeah, they hit all the time.
Very, very accurate there.
I haven't been in a situation to pull that one off, but man, I think one highlight happened last weekend, and ever since, it is just... They've taken the play and added it to the playbook.
Pretty much everybody had their eyes on that and said, oh, okay, I guess this is how we're going to do things. And it just literally, we had one, I think it was yesterday.
Said, oh, these casters love that. Let's do that, dude. That's the highlight.
And we had one yesterday where a player went for 2 back-to-back and couldn't quite get it to happen.
Crazy.
To try and, it literally the last player who had 70 HP just picked him up twice with rifts. And
look.
He tried to do it again. He's trying to find somebody on the drop-in, man.
How crazy is that? But does a hard dive down. He's landing right on top of another fight here. What's going on up top? Oppa Whip, Wheels still in the game. C-Dub, Triggy.
Noberto.
So many combat shots just traded off, and Noberto won all of the
Bro, he dropped in, and then literally everyone down on the bottom with him is gone now.
Yep, that puts him right up to 3 elims. Here comes Wheels, just kind of making his way down. He's got to pop this slurp juice, though. Look at his health right now. Not sure why he's holding on to that, but it doesn't matter. It pays off because that fall damage is going to help him out tremendously. He takes some in return. Can he win the trade? He does. Didn't need the slurp juice after all.
Nah. He picked his teammate up, lifted him up in the air, took that elimination, multiple eliminations after that, wheels, the Victory Royale. A crazy set of builds here. I love looking at these things afterwards, but what really matters is the play-by-play there. Every single strategy, and if we could, Zeke, take us through what you know.
Well, Dr. Lupo, the only thing I know is you're incredible. Thank you guys so much for casting. As always, you guys are amazing, and of course, I agree. The fossils are a great story that tells what all went down in that game, Sundown. Now, I know you've pulled some clips for us, so what you have to show?
So we're gonna take a look, and the theme of this one is Galaxy Brain, putting that mental to the test and seeing what you're able to do. So first, Trashy picks up the low ground Elim, and now 1v1, Aiden on the top, and he pops the shadow. Aiden heard it, and he goes to look for him, but Trashy's just like, I'm in the zone. I got the bandages, I'm good. Aiden goes out a little too early. Trashy is able to pop off the mini and then just turn back. Aiden spends the whole time looking for him, and Trashy just gets the nice, easy Elim going. Had the heavy sniper ready, but now on board here with AU's Mankin. Looking for the shot first, finds pocket right out of the edit, and then drops right around the side. But keep an eye on what he does here. Dropping down, loops around the side, finds synergy kicks out into the storm. Now uses the shadow bomb and drops all the way around and just stands. He's just standing, waiting, flanks back up around to the tree, puts him on the mid-ground tarp. So everyone else now is fighting, and he gets this entire space to himself, picks up Cloxic, and the Siphon is enough to push him over the top. Brilliantly done. And Saf here now with the Galaxy Brain 2.0, aiming way back into the storm with the tactical assault rifle. Cool guys don't look at explosions or falling players. Z-Fakey going down there, and then Saf going to work with what he does best, finding his angle, picks up Cryptic, and the Galaxy Brain play to get high ground control. That was the only other player who could have possibly contested him. Slump goes down, and look at what he has in the loadout. Has bandages, has 100, can wait this player out. 8 more builds going through there. Starts hearing shots going, and just controls the high ground out. Can't fire off, bandage commit to it. The second it ticks over to 74, that is how you win a heal off. Those are the little things you have to do right. And you know what? Big brain Saf right there.
Big brain Saf. Now, of course, we're going to take a look at the standings, see how things are going. Now, again, guys, this is it. The final standings, or the final day, excuse me, of finals for NA West. 2 spots up for grabs. And don't forget, Pika's already qualified. So that means these 2 spots shift down. 2 right now. Harrians and Spook, they're in a pretty good spot, but look at the point spread out.
Look at the point spread, and look who else is on this leaderboard. So Spook, Harrian, Saf, Domo, Rex, Deuces, Spectro, Maximo. That's basically Fortnite West in a nutshell, minus Aiden and Sean. However, we got a little bit of South Korea invasion going on. We talked about it at the start of the show. Metacino and Envy are playing in Canada this week, and last week as well, playing on NA West. And right now, he is 1 point off that qualification spot. Like, it would be such an incredible effort out of him if he can get one on foreign soil.
I mean, keep in mind, though, he does have 8 games played, so does Saf, right? So Spook and Harrians have a little more wiggle room, but again, it's going to come down to the wire.
It's down to it anyway. These guys, their game management time is right about there. The queues are getting towards the end of it, and I mean, we're about to find out who our last 2 players are.
Well, let's get back into more of these games, as of course, we're going to hop back over with the boys that are going to continue casting our games. Gentlemen, back your way.
Thank you very much, Zeke and Sundown, for your analysis. For some reason,
dude, that board is so close, that top 10.
Yeah, it's scary.
Anyone's game
it's
right
scary.
now. I would say if you're in top 25, I'd put it that close. You're in contention right now.
It might even be deeper than that. You never know, because we've seen, I mean, we saw, what was it, Mega dropped a 20 elimination.
Oh my gosh, yes.
In finals the last week. You're really going to go that big? Like, it's anybody's game. We do have just over 15 minutes left for NA West. If you're trying to queue, get your games in. Pay attention to the clock. Very important. We got Phil in an adorable Easter onesie. Ain't out here, 2 eliminations.
You know, one of the coolest things that Epic Games like
Is it
Fortnite
Easter?
started doing
This is sorry, this is like a Christmas winter onesie. My bad.
The reskins, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You have something, and then you get more for what you already own. That's like the best thing.
As Courage would say, yeah, eat dab. Luchador, top left, pick it up at Elam. We're down to 39 left. Moving into the 6th circle, combat shotgun. Screaming for it, finds it. Are you kidding me? Flip-flop goes down 12 miles away with the epic combat shotgun.
And then
Big
people
damage there.
want the normal pump back. I don't know, man. I think you can put up the argument right now. The combat kind of dubs on the normal pump in almost every situation.
Unless you're in the same box. Unless you're in the same box. Yeah, if you're box fighting.
Which I'll be honest, I'm more of a box warrior. I'm way more of a box warrior. I just don't have. I don't playground, I guess, as much as this guy. You know, I don't do all that flashy.
You trying to tell me you don't crank 90s, Monster? I don't believe that for a second. I've seen you.
I crank 180s, bro.
That's
facts. I like to go down and I just wait at that point.
Weird flex, dude, but okay. I see you. Vertsack goes down inside the box. Speaking of boxes, box fighting. Legendary combat shotgun in the inventory of Phil.
But even then, I'll just pose this and then I'll let the topic go.
Oh, gosh.
Even in a box fight, dude, the combat is disgusting. You don't even have to swap over.
Oh,
you just
Reddit is going to pick this up and run with it, dude. You got to be careful.
Hey, this is two sides of the road here, all right? Respectfully walk with me here. Let's have this talk.
Respectfully walk. Follow me.
Follow me,
child.
youngins. Let me show you. Show some numbers here.
I understand what you're saying. Both weapons, they had their caveats. They are powerful within the wait. Barban did a reset and side edit on that pyramid so fast.
See, he's doing full 180, 360. This is me. I don't 90. Do those, dude. Spilled everything.
Protective.
Honestly, though, he just dedicated a lot of material to setting up here.
He did indeed. It might pay off, though. He picks up an Elam or two, rotates through the material.
Oh,
Look at the
my
shots.
gosh.
Non-stop applying pressure with a swap between ARs, the combat shotgun from that distance.
What
is
other weapon
insanity.
can do that? See? Point proven.
Touche. Well, your comment was in regard to box fighting, though, brother. Hold up. Slow your roll for a second.
All right.
Harrian's in there.
Barber's doing a really good job here. If you invest that much and then it turns into Elam, I say work. But there's a platform. There's actually a dropship right above him. Unfortunate for him, he's going to have to give up the high ground because of it. The pressure was coming down, so lands in with someone. It's his walls.
No
okay,
trap,
manages to save himself.
No, he does have trap. Why is he not trapping?
He's just toying with him, you know? Protects left, protects right, comes back around. Hello.
Okay.
It's all his
He got the elimination, but he owned both walls. He owned all the walls, it almost looked like. Could have played a trap there. Multiple sides to pick that up.
Just passive.
All right.
Maybe he thought, what if he doesn't own it? The trap attempt, the hesitation, and gets you eliminated?
What? He knows that he owns it. He was editing the wall.
At that point.
He was literally editing the wall. A baller almost flies inside the box. He's sitting inside right now. Tons of builds, not a lot of metal, but it is late game. No reason to hold on to those too much, and goes for the launch pad play to go for high ground lands.
Gets caught.
Literally exactly where he needed to challenge this. He might actually pull this off. Quick build. Gets both walls. Here's the traps, brother. Dropping down inside. Shots back behind. The quick and the flip.
Let's go,
Are you kidding me?
Representing.
An immediate bludgeon.
He likes to be up here.
Well played, Barman.
How fast was that?
That stupid fast. That you Google it. Stupid fast. That's a real term.
It happened. You saw it. We commentated it. Barman's in it right now. Frags lands right on him. Is he going to fall victim as well? He's got the mats. He can do this.
Literally landing on a high ground platform, taking a play out.